Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, a weekly podcast which is no longer live streaming on YouTube. My name is Matt. With me is Neil. How's it going, Neil?
Chocolatey, Matt. It's going chocolatey.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I had to cut right to the chase and just, talk about the elephant in the room.
What elephant are you speaking on? I think you're having an issue with this.
I am having an issue with the elephant. I was having an issue. And the issue was that while I very much enjoyed doing our live streams and talking to people in chat, and the fact that people would show up and chat every week was awesome, really blown away by that. It just started to become a bit distracting for me. And when I would listen back and before I'd post the show, we were just all over the place. Not that we're some professional show that matters at all, but just for the sake of the flow of the show, yo.
All right.
I thought, let's dial it back on the live stream. Let's go back to basics. Let's keep it tight, all right? And we'll see how this goes. And maybe use the live stream as more of kind of a special occasion, anniversary, whatever theme type episode where we really want to engage folks, because I didn't want to keep doing the live stream and just like ignore people for the sake of plowing through all the stuff we want to talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Golden. Yeah.
And totally you're mad. You're mad at me.
I am furious.
This affects your bottom line because this was part of your, YouTube channel empire, and now I'm taking that away.
Well, I think it's funny that you think that I don't have something to fill that time with, or another podcast I'm going to be doing live on the show. It's interesting. It's interesting how you immediately thought like, oh, you were taking something away, when really it's more addition by subtraction.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, no. If you'd like to wrap it up at the end of this episode, we can. And it's been really nice working with you, quote unquote. And I wish you all the best in the future.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you don't want to do any of it anymore, and this is just your way of slowly tearing apart at the foundation that is.
This is not the beginning of the end. This is literally just me thinking I think our show comes across maybe a little bit better when it's just the two of us bouncing off of each other versus all the talk with the chat. Because I enjoy the talk with the chat, but it makes it a little bit weirder on the receiving end. What?
Very defensive.
I am a little defensive.
Maybe there's something else out there that you'd like to do. Maybe there's another maybe a scratch that you need to itch or something like that.
Nice reference.
You like that
game?
No, I'm not. I'm really not mad. Do you think I'm mad? Because I'm really not mad.
I think you're pretty mad. Like, you can tell. It's just steam coming out of your ears, especially your what ear. It's just spewing steam right now.
It is huge. It is weird because that one gets more sore as I wear headphones because it's got to push it back closer to my head.
Yeah.
No, I was happy that we did it. I certainly had a good time doing it. It was a lot of fun. I think it was good that we tried it. I definitely think it'll be fun now that we know what to expect and we have a platform for when we want to do live shows and when we do want the audience to be a big part of the show, because like we did, and with Annalise helping, as she did sometimes even with this when she was getting her nails did and she could talk in the chat. I think now we kind of have a better grasp on live. I don't think we'll be nervous doing another live show again. And when it's an anniversary show or a holiday show or something like that, we'll actually look, not that we didn't look forward to it, but we'll look more forward to it knowing like, oh, cool, this is the chance we get to exploit the liveness of a live show. So no, I'm totally cool with it.
There's cool elements of the live show. We did a Mixler show for our 200th episode, so it was just audio, not the video. But it was helpful to have Annalise there kind of engaging with the chat so that kind of keeping that conversation going while we were talking about stuff, but then also just flagging stuff for us that came up. Whereas I found myself
I'm having a love affair with this chocolate milk.
You are. You're deep throating it. I just found myself drifting toward the chat a lot and trying to figure out what was going on, and then it totally threw me off and I didn't know what I was talking about. And so I felt all disjointed, and I just thought it would be better to do that more on a special occasion basis. And I hope the people who came and listened to those shows will come back when we do live shows.
I'm not worried about it.
I think we've probably talked about that long enough. I do have to apologize to you for another reason.
Oh, shit balls, man.
I am so sorry to stand you up on Saturday. And not
you're
going to
be my
one.
plus one. So disappointed.
It would have made for great pictures.
Right. It would have made for, I think, great wedding photos for my sister to have you there as my plus one.
Well, you are a bridesmaid, so
That's
it
right.
makes sense.
So you would have been there.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was thinking about it too. I was like, I don't know. I would not know one single person at that wedding except for you.
Oh, that's right. Because when you came, you didn't meet my parents in person.
I set the place on fire and got out of there.
That's right. You're like, woo. That's too funny. Yeah. So, but I am looking forward to the wedding in some aspects, but since I'm going solo, it kind of, not the wedding itself, but just more the traveling and all that. It's going to blow goats. But
that's a long stretch. Queue up your podcasts because you're going to have time to listen to plenty of that.
It's a quick turnaround. I'm really only there for one day. So
you get up on Friday afternoon?
I'm driving. I'm leaving here Friday morning. Wedding's on Saturday. I'm coming back Sunday.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, so it's not. There's really nothing to look forward to on this trip.
That's not true. Your sister's getting married. It'll be fun. You get to spend time with your family.
Yeah, I just did that, and I had a good time with them, so I don't need to do it again.
Well, I'm sorry I can't join you. Timing just didn't work out, unfortunately, and it would have been great to see you, and it would have been great to see Annalise too. So it's a bummer that it's not going to work out, but we'll see each other. We'll see each other soon.
We'll do it. We'll all do it soon.
Yes, we will. Speaking of doing it, just wanted to mention again from last week that I was on a couple episodes of How Was Your Week, Honey? I did it with Chris and Kristen.
I have
for
not
like
listened to the
4.5 hours we did it.
I've not listened to the second half. That should be on my tomorrow's listen rotation.
Gotcha.
It was supposed to be on today's, and I got caught up listening to, what the hell did I listen to? Snap Judgment. There was a couple good ones.
Gotcha. Well,
so I kind of started rolling through
I hope you enjoyed the second episode. It was a lot of fun. Both of them are about, I think they're like an hour 20 each, so it's a lot of chitter chatter.
I didn't really listen to the first.
You didn't?
No, of course I did. Just wanted to throw that out there.
But as you might imagine, the second half is a little more slurry.
Oh, so nice. What were you drinking that evening?
We were drinking, yeah.
What were you drinking? I don't remember you mentioning what you were drinking on the first. Did you?
I was drinking fresh squeezed IPA.
You were okay. Maybe you did because that's sticking in my head. But you drink that a lot, so I don't.
I do like that beer quite a lot. Yes, they were drinking. I think Chris was drinking wine, and Chris kept switching beers. Like he kept doing a different beer. It was a different kind every time he got a new one.
Oh, nice.
But I had a lot of fun with them. It's a really fun episode. Episode 69. You know, Annalise was like all bent out of shape about the fact that I got to be on episode 69. That she and you should have been on episode 69. I don't know why she feels like she owns 69 more than I do, but
I don't know that. I don't know either. To be honest with you, I don't know where. I don't know what she's thinking.
First time 69's come up in our relationship.
I'm like, I don't. That's it's never been like our number or like our oh yeah, baby 69. So I think she's just upset.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, please go check that out. I was also on another show, the 2 on 3 podcast, episode 25, where we talked about Han Solo, the movie Solo.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is very spoiler filled, but we walked through a lot of that stuff. It's a very fun epispe, so go out and have a listen to that, please, as well.
Very nice.
Very nice. I'm on another one coming up soon, but it's going to be a little while, so I'll mention it then. You got any plugs?
No. Am I on anything? No. I'm not. I'm supposed to be
busy. You're too fucking busy.
I'm supposed to be on a bunch of YouTube live stuff, but I can't because work is fallen apart. Not fallen apart. Just I'm getting very busy. I'll be working a bunch of overtime, and then I go into the concert, so I'm pretty much just going to be working insane here through the middle of August.
Yeah.
And so I had to say I can't. I still have some people to contact to say. Hopefully, listen to the podcast. I don't have to email anybody, but I won't be able to do those things.
So long days ahead.
Long days.
I had a very long day Saturday. Can
Did
I tell
you
about it?
Tell me about it.
I have every year we do this annual golf tournament where it's Americans against internationals, anyone from another country, and we play golf.
So it's Native Americans against everybody else.
It's Native Americans against everyone else.
Very nice.
And it's been.
Or are you saying it's white people against non-white people?
It is not necessarily white people. My partner is not white.
Okay.
So there you go.
And he's international.
He's
oh my God,
American.
I'm so confused. So he's Native American.
Let me explain. If you were born here,
right,
you're a citizen here, whatever. You don't even have to be a citizen. If you're an American, you feel like you're an American, you play on the American team. If you have international lineage, you can play on the internationals. We're a little loose with the rules to make the numbers work out. But for the most part, it's a lot of like Australians, Canadians, British dudes, etc.
Okay.
who make up the international side.
Gotcha. And
Got
the
it?
American side is made up by people that came from a different country, but just say they're American.
Because we were born and raised here in America.
Okay.
In America.
Gotcha. All right.
Got
Totally makes sense.
Okay. So we do this tournament every year. It's been going on since 2003. It's been going on for quite a while.
Are women invited?
No, it is just men.
Wow. This is
Very
going
exclusive.
great.
Very exclusive. I don't think women want to be in on this at all. To be
I
honest
see
with you.
now why you didn't want to do this episode live.
So it's always like in June. It's a pain in the ass to organize, but I decided that because our number one player, who's really good, had something in the afternoon, so we had to push all our tee times in the morning. So the first tee time was at 7:30 in the morning.
Holy crap!
Which is not great.
No,
but made even worse by the fact that I, being really smart, decided I really want to play my hockey game Friday night. So I'm going to play in that. I'm going to go home. I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to get up at 3:30 in the morning and drive to Seattle and then play golf.
Oh, brutal.
Seattle's about a 3-hour drive. So that was pretty tough.
It'd be great if you're like, it's only 10 minutes away, but I really wanted to get there early.
No. And so that was tough. So, I mean, it's getting up there, playing the golf, all that was fine. Started drinking on hole 1, so that was a good start.
Oh, nice. At 7:30 in the morning.
At 8, well, I teed off at 8:02, so yes, about 8,
and what
8:05,
were you drinking?
8:10.
What were you drinking?
I was just drinking beer. I was drinking like shit light beer.
Okay.
Because I knew I didn't want to, drink too much, too heavy.
American light beer?
It was American light beer, yes.
Good. I want to make sure that we're keeping consistent here.
So we play the round, get to the end. In an odd twist, we tie.
All right.
The points ended up a tie. We had the cup last year, so we retain the cup, but it goes down as a tie.
Oh, all right. All right.
So we kept the cup. But, and by the way, I mentioned the 2-on-3 pod earlier. Chris from the 2-on-3 pod, I brought him in. He was my partner.
Nice.
So thanks to him for joining. So anyway, we do that. It's all fun, but we get done so early. It's like, okay, now we're going to go shower and like head over to the bar. So we end up going to this bar. It's this Australian.
Where did you shower?
Where?
Yeah.
So I went back to my buddy Brett's house.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if like the clubhouse had
They have a shower there that we normally shower in.
Okay.
But that's when we play later. This case, we didn't have that option. So we left, went back to his place. Everybody kind of dispersed, regrouped at the bar. Okay. And we were there till, I don't know, 1.
Oh.
So I basically drank for the better part of 17 hours.
Oh my gosh. How was Sunday?
Well, the problem was that toward the end of the night, I just fucking hit the wall. About 11.
Just exhausted.
All of a sudden, I was just done. I was like, I can't be here anymore.
Right.
I want to crawl under the table and go to sleep.
Right.
I was just wiped out. I was like, I was going to stay at my buddy Brett's, and I was like, I don't want to drag him out of here because he's still having fun. I was like looking at local motels. I'm like, maybe I could just go to a motel and sleep.
Nice. Nice.
So eventually go home. Well, of course, I wake up and he's got, kids. He's got this other
other family.
Well, there's another family there because it's his wife's cousin and her kids.
That's great.
So there's all this activity.
Yeah.
And I'm on the fucking couch in the living room.
Oh.
Like, hey. So didn't get great sleep. Had to get up and then
how were you feeling
back
though?
to get my fucking car at the golf course and then get on the road and drive back home. What?
How were you feeling though? A little fuzzy or just tired?
The only thing that saved me was the fact that I hit the wall early enough that I just started drinking water for like the last hour and a half. That probably saved me from being really hungover.
Nice.
So got home and, it was Father's Day. Hey,
happy Father's Day.
My wife, being the lovely gal she is, my lady friend, she took the boys downtown. And so she's like, why don't you take a nap when you get back? Like, thank you.
So you didn't want to spend Father's Day with your kids?
No, because I was so wiped out. Right.
No one listening is going to be shocked.
And to top it off, guess what I had to do at the end of the evening at 8 o'clock?
Talk to the kids. Talk to the wife.
I had to go pick up my dad from the airport.
Oh, brutal. What? How did you even let him back in the state? Where did he go? Where did you let him go?
He was in D.C. for like a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he had a good time.
Did you know he was in D.C. for a week and a half, or did you?
I took him to the airport. I dropped him off. I shoved him out the car.
Nice. Tuck and roll.
Yeah. I knocked him out and put him on the plane.
So what did you get him for Father's Day?
We did. I just got him a card, and we're gonna have dinner. That's it.
You didn't.
He got back at like late on Sunday. We couldn't.
How late? How late did he get back?
like 8 or 8:30, but he's on East Coast time. So back off, Jackson.
Gotcha. So you got him a card. What did your kids get you?
They got me a card. They got me a little like golf tool and some funny little golf balls. And my son had made me a little Father's Day thing. Very, tug at the heartstrings.
Well, so they still like you.
Yeah, they're still good with me for the most part. Yeah.
But you're over the dad thing with your dad. You're like,
no.
Did you get the card? Your wife get the card for you to give to your dad?
I got the card.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, she and the boys filled it out.
Nice. Did you even sign it?
No, because I was out running to get him, and they're like, "You forgot the card." I was like, "Shit!" So they came back, got the card, and they're like, "Here you go." So there you go.
That's
Hope
awesome.
he doesn't listen to the show. Sorry, Dad. But anyway, long weekend, had fun, just exhausting, and so yeah, it was good to be kind of done with that and chill out. It took me a couple of days to just get over this, just the fatigue. I'm so fucking old. It sucks.
It happens.
But I wanted to talk to you about golf for a second.
I was hoping we would.
Did you watch any of the U.S. Open? I'm sure you watched a ton of the U.S. Open. You were like all caught up in the fact that the conditions were shit.
Bell to bell.
Right. It
was 24 hours a day for a good 10 days. How long was it on for? 10 days? 15 days?
4.
I saw the playoffs. I saw the single elimination matches. I saw the tap outs. I saw everything.
Yeah. So you did not watch, but
freaking go Tiger.
There was a lot. Tiger didn't make the cut. He was only there for 2 days.
Like I said, go Tiger.
Go on to the next tournament. So there's a lot of scuttlebutt about the course and its unfairness because it was very brutal. The conditions were tough. Like it was windy. It was hard to putt, all this crap. Phil Mickelson had a meltdown, etc. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Friday during round 2.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Reed, who won the Masters this year, he's sitting there. The broadcast is on Fox. He's sitting there, and they're showing a shot of him kind of figuring out his distance and about to hit his approach shot on, I think, the first hole on Friday.
Right.
So he's sitting there getting ready to hit, and all of a sudden the microphones pick up a nearby conversation by 2 golf patrons.
Okay.
Here's the dialogue.
All right.
I'm going to share it with you. Yeah. By the way, the announcers remain completely silent during this whole thing.
Oh, nice.
And it's a little muffled in parts.
Right.
Because, they're not speaking directly into the mic, but the mic is picking up the bulk of the conversation. I'm going to call guy number 1 bro.
Okay.
And I'm going to call guy number 2 boss.
Bro and boss. All right. Gotcha.
Ready? Okay. Bro. That's my ex, boss. Yeah, she's hot. Bro. That's when we were fucking so hard. And then I headbutted her in the head. Boss. Sure. Bro. Smack that bitch around a little. Boss. Boss. Yeah, what actually happened to her? She fell? Clearly, boss isn't buying the story that he was smacking her around. Bro. No, straight up. We kind of went and kind of got in. Okay, now this is where there's some confusion. Some people think he says Muppet position.
Okay.
But it sounds like he says lover's position. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
All right.
But let's say he says lover's position. Kind of got in the lover's position, and like I was laying down and she's on top. Joe Buck, Fox announcer. Second shot for the Masters champion. I just love the... Yeah, so we're fucking hard, and I headbutted her in the head. Like, Jesus Christ. And I guess eventually Fox came out and apologized, but I was like, this is freaking terrible.
That's
awesome.
My
God. It was one of the more entertaining things I've ever seen on golf broadcasting. It reminded me a little bit of this horrible story that I'm going to tell you. You're going to cringe.
Okay.
There was this guy who was a friend of a friend in college. So my buddy came to visit us, and he brought some of his friends from his college.
Okay.
And this dude told us about this fucking awful sexual fantasy he had where he wanted to like have it off with a gal from behind.
What does have it off mean? Like have sex?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't
with
know if
a
you meant
gal.
like fight. Okay.
No. From behind.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to bang her head against the wall while he was and we're like, are you fucking out of your mind? Like, you monster? And he goes, well, she'd have a football helmet on.
What the hell?
I'm pretty sure this guy is in jail now.
Yeah. If
or
not,
if
should be.
Not, he should be. Yeah.
What the hell?
Sake. I just love that he justified it. Like,
yeah.
I got this fantasy. I'm going to throw it out there. He tells you all of it. All of us, our jaws drop. And he's like, well, she'd have a helmet on. Oh, okay. Dude, you heard of CTE, bro?
That's crazy.
Horrible.
I think I would have been more impressed if he said, well, she'd be screwing me from behind and slamming my head against the wall.
Yeah, that would be
Then
better.
you're like, okay, this is getting dark, but you're into some, yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's
makes a lot more
weird.
sense. It's just, you know what? It's just locker room talk, Neil.
Oh, God, don't start with me. Don't you start with me.
Just kidding. Anyway, we're going to talk about some movies.
Oh, shit, what the fuck is this?
Neil. Okay. So I mentioned this, I think, on our little doc, but I don't know if you read it. In order to tighten this up a little bit, I feel like these movie segments have gone a little bit long, a long time. So
Agreed.
I'm going to limit it to like 4 to 5 movies. We're not going to do 8 or 9. It always seems like 3 or 4 are pretty good to go over. A couple are okay, and then we're really reaching by the end.
Yeah, when
So
it's oh, this is that independent movie that they made about melting crayons. It's like, oh,
right.
all right.
So we're going to tighten that
Although
up.
I'd probably watch that.
Although there's one that might be along those lines, but still, I'm only doing 4. I'm just gonna do 4 this month.
All right.
So, gonna run through some of these movies. Want to see if you're interested in watching. By the way, I left off one movie, of course, and that is the sequel to Mamma Mia, which
Mamma Mia.
which by the way is titled, and I'm not shitting you, Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again.
That is
I just
pretty
love
good.
how somebody's like,
Yeah, fuck it. We're just
Here
doing
we
it
go
again.
Oh, man. Anyway, so first up, there's 4 movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of it.
Did you see the original Ant-Man?
I did. I like the original Ant-Man. You know, I'm kind of getting comic book movie overload.
I can see that. There's a lot of them. What do they do, 3 or 4 a year?
I think each company does 3 or 4 a year. So you have Marvel doing theirs and DC doing theirs, and not that Star Wars or any of that falls into it, but it's got a little bit of that feel sometimes to it, where it's like a franchise that's based off of craziness.
Well, you had Black Panther in February. You had Infinity War in May.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's July, and they have Ant-Man and Wasp, and then I think there's one more later in the fall.
I think there is, yeah.
So yeah, that's 4. That's a lot.
Right.
So, and you know, people are bitching that there's too many goddamn Star Wars movies all of a sudden. But we'll get into that in a later episode. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Peyton Reed directed this. He did the first one as well. This was produced by. Now, I've always said Kevin Feige, but apparently it's Feige.
Okay.
Did you know that? Kevin Feige.
No.
I didn't know that. I thought it was Feig all along. I was wrong. He has produced, a shit ton of those.
Yeah.
Those
literally a shit ton.
a shit ton. So this stars Paul Rudd. Everybody loves Paul Rudd.
Who doesn't?
Everybody loves Paul Rudd. Evangeline Lilly, Michael Pena, Walt Goggins, Bobby Cannavale, Judy Greer, T.I., Hannah John Carmen, Michelle Pfeiffer, Lawrence Fishburne, and Michael Douglas. So quite a few of the people from the original, plus a smattering.
Did you see the original?
I did. I thought it was pretty entertaining.
I'll see this on video for sure.
Yeah. Not in the, while you're making dinner?
No, this will actually be a sit down.
Oh, you will sit down. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So 2 years after the events of Captain America Civil War, by the way, this is where I get so confused when they start doing this. Like whenever they start setting up the plot, and they're like, this is 5 years before Civil War or 2 years after this war. I don't
2 years
understand
after
that
Civil
timeline at
War,
all.
but 6 months before what happened in Wakanda. You're like, what?
Well, that's so 2 years after the events of Captain America Civil War, but before the events of Infinity War.
Okay.
Which Ant-Man was not even in, by the way.
Right.
Good for him because...
Fuck Infinity Wars, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck Thanos. He didn't want to die.
Scott Lang, now under house arrest, I'm not sure why, tries to balance his home life as a father with his responsibilities as Ant-Man. When Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym present him with a new mission to bring to light secrets from their past, Lang teams up with Van Dyne as the new Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody likes Paul Rudd. You'll watch it at home.
Mm-hmm.
You'll sit
Not
down.
a lot of people like the chickie from Lost, though.
No? They don't like Evangeline?
Not everybody.
Really?
I'm just saying. It's not like they got...
Were they still
somebody-
mad at her about the way she treated Matthew Fox in that show or something?
Maybe. Maybe. I think it's her teeth.
Really? Does she have weird teeth?
Oh, probably not, but I'm just thinking
Oh,
that that's
for
it.
fuck's sake. You're just making shit up now. All right, next up is Skyscraper.
Yeah. This is about the guys who made tap out gear. Skyscrape.
Is that what that's called?
That's his name. One of the guys' name. Mask died, remember?
I don't know anything you're talking about.
Tap out gear, you know the tap out gear from MMA fighting? Tap out was like
MMA at all.
Do you remember the tap out? Like freaking people, the bros had tap out freaking stickers all over their car.
I've heard people saying tap out and talking about tap out. I don't know anything about it. I know fucking nothing about that.
Tap out. So tap out gear was like the first before Affliction, when MMA first started.
Oh, before Affliction.
Before Affliction. And it was like everybody had freaking tap out gear, and they had a show because the three guys who founded Tap Out would sponsor fighters, and they had a show where they'd go around showing like these fighters, and it was kind of like a reality show. The head guy was named Mask, and he always had his face painted. They were just Skyscrape is like this freaking tall ass dude. They were just like the weirdest three dudes that had a company and made $1 million or billions.
What was their tagline?
Who knows?
Because you kind of want to say, "Don't be a pussy and tap out," and be all alpha male.
Well, what's
but
funny
you
is
want them to tap out because that's the gear you want them to buy. So it's very confusing.
But anyway, the Mask, the head guy got killed getting chased down by a Porsche in his Ferrari, and he wrecked his Ferrari and it cut it in half, and I guess it cut him in half too.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, but Skyscrape's still alive. So look up
Paul
Skyscrape.
Walker shit to it.
Yeah, kind of exactly same idea.
So this is directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. That's a mouthful. He did Dodgeball.
Okay. Hey, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a ball. He did We're the Millers. I don't know if you ever saw that. They're doing a sequel to that, amazingly enough.
I don't know if I saw it, but I remember it.
It's Jennifer Aniston, Jason Sudeikis. And yeah. This stars Dwayne Johnson. You familiar with his work?
No. Oh.
He used to be a football player.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm thinking of David Sedaris. Never mind.
Neve Campbell.
Old Nevy.
She's
Party
back.
of Five? Party of Five? Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. In fact, we saw the ad for this when we were watching Solo, I think, and I was like turning to my lady friend like, it's Neve Campbell.
Zero's a big fan.
Chin Han, Roland Mahler, Pablo Schreiber, Byron Mann, and Hannah Quinlivan. I guess
Quinlivan?
It's either that or it's Quinlivan.
Man, life is good. I'm Quinlivan.
So former FBI hostage rescue team leader and U.S. war veteran Will Ford. That's going to be The Rock.
No way. That's David Sedaris.
Now assesses security for skyscrapers, not the guy, but the actual buildings. He's on assignment in China when he finds the tallest, safest building in the world suddenly ablaze, and he's been framed for it. Oh no.
Not The Rock.
Not Will Ford. A wanted man on the run, Will must find those responsible, clear his name, and somehow rescue his family, which is trapped inside the building above the fire line. Holy shit. And I thought my day was rough on Saturday when I had all that driving to do. And this guy's got way bigger problems.
Is this like a weird version of the first Die Hard? Like
exactly.
Stuck in a building?
So this looks really implausible.
No.
He uses his prosthetic leg for many things, like to hold open an elevator door from shutting.
The Rock has a prosthetic leg?
He's got a prosthetic leg from his time as
You sure it's a leg? You sure it's a leg?
It's
not a detachable?
Pretty sure it's a leg.
It's not a detachable. Wait a minute. Wait for it. A detachable Johnson. Oh,
nicely
yeah.
done.
You
The best
that?
part about that is I can hear the weed whacker in the background so loud as you say that.
I think it might be a little chainsaw.
Oh, it's a chainsaw. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because that's pretty loud. Anyway, pretty ridiculous. You like The Rock, though. Any chance you're going to watch this while making a meal?
No, probably not. Because there's so many. Like, I thought I would watch Baywatch while making a meal. Still haven't seen that. There's a bunch of. I haven't seen the Jumanji with The Rock.
Yeah, he's made a lot of.
And I've made a lot of meals.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Next up, Mission Impossible Fallout.
All over it.
Yeah, I instant boner when I saw
the
previews for this, heard the title of this.
When I saw him stack on the motorcycle, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, he's doing all sorts of fucking awesome stuff. So Christopher McQuarrie, who basically directs Tom Cruise in everything, he did some other Mission Impossibles, Jack Reacher, Edge of Tomorrow, etc. So this stars Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, is that how you say his name? Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Sean Harris, Angela Bassett, Michelle Moynihan, and Alec Baldwin.
The old AB.
That's right. So when an IMF mission ends badly, imagine that. That never happens as a setup for one of these movies. The world is faced with dire consequences. As Ethan Hunt takes it upon himself, dude, you got to rely on teammates.
Don't fly solo.
You can't do it all yourself.
That's right.
To fulfill his original briefing, the CIA begins to question his loyalty and his motives. I'm still wondering why he works. He's always being questioned.
Yeah.
At this point, why even bother?
Right.
Hunt finds himself in a race against time, hunted by assassins and former allies while trying to prevent a global catastrophe.
Catastrophe. So
Right.
pretty much it's a Mission Impossible movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But very boner-inducing, I think.
I think so.
I will be seeing this in the theater.
I think a lot of times with these, they're like, okay, we'll have a decent story, but it's really just to outdo the last movie.
It could be. And he does all those crazy-ass stunts, and it's like,
Right.
dude, you got to stop doing those stunts.
And when you start to jump in like one car from a building in Dubai to another building in Dubai, and it's a freaking, $2 million car, dude, I'm in.
Right.
I mean, what do I have to lose at that point?
Well, I mean, he's got to be like 55 or something,
Mhm.
56. And he just keeps doing these crazy stunts. I think I may have talked to you about this before, but there's a stunt in this where he's jumping from one building to another, and he fucking destroys his ankle in the process. Like the shot that they kept in the movie,
Is when
he absolutely just annihilates his ankle. He fucking breaks the shit out of it.
nice. Like, say they did that with Jackie Chan too. He busted his ankle on some movie shoot, jumping from something onto a sub or something. And they're like, yeah, that's the one we'll keep.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that because we can't reshoot it.
Not
It's
now.
like I don't know if did you ever see you never saw the Lord of the Rings movies, did you?
Oh, no. I have a life.
Oh boy, here we go. I didn't say Harry Potter.
I didn't know there was a difference.
One movie more.
But tell me about what happened in Lord of the Rings now.
Oh,
a hobbit got his feelings hurt or something.
There is a scene where one of the main characters is angry.
It turns into werewolf.
No.
They fight a vampire.
There is a helmet on the ground, and he kicks the helmet.
Okay.
And then goes, ah, like screams. It kind of lets out this big, like, guttural scream, like he's just very upset.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he broke his fucking toes when he kicked the helmet, and it was a real yell.
That's great.
No, guys, this really hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, guy.
They're
Next
like,
scene.
whatever little
Do it
hobbit
again.
guy. Yeah.
Kick
Take
it again.
two. This time, don't do that stupid yell, please.
Let's try it without the dumb yell.
Yeah.
One more movie. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. This is not about the story I just told.
It's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise post
craft
Mission
services.
Impossible.
Don't worry, he won't get far on foot.
It's just a short documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 15-second shot. Guy looks at the camera and goes, he won't get far.
Print it. This is directed by Gus Van Sant. Stars Joaquin Phoenix, Jonah Hill, Rooney Mara, and Jack Black. You a Gus Van Sant fan?
Can you tell me something else the old GCF did?
Well, he started with like Drugstore
GCV?
Cowboy, My Own Private Idaho.
Oh, yeah, I guess I am.
He directed Good Will Hunting.
Yes, I like that
Yeah,
movie.
he's done a ton of shit. But he's got a huge tie to Oregon. So a lot of his stuff is related back to Portland or Oregon.
The Pacific Northwest. Did he do the movies with the glistening vampires? That was very Oregon-esque.
No.
Uh-oh.
That would not be in his genre.
In his wheelhouse.
No, for sure not. So
They should really make another one of those movies. They were pretty solid.
You watched those?
I did, actually.
No, you did not.
Did too.
You watched Twilight?
Went with Annalise, yeah. I read the books too.
Oh my God.
Because I thought it was because I was a big Anne Rice
You're a big
fan.
young adult fan. You're a fan of young adults.
And I was reading a bunch of like really like angry evil vampire books, like where vampires were being vampires. And then this came out and it was like really popular. And I'm like, oh, I'll read it. And I was like, what is they sparkle?
Well,
don't
what's your whole
sparkle.
glistening thing?
I'm not a goddamn vampire.
Anyway, I told you about how when we were at God, what was that for? Was it Mother's Day? Can't remember now, but when we went to dinner with my dad and we're at this place over, I think I talked about it on the show, and they had like sets from the first Twilight, like it was filmed right there.
Oh, really?
It was bizarre. Yeah, they're like, go over here on this rock, and this is where, what are their names? I don't remember their names. Like, this is where
Bella, Jacob, and Edward.
There you go. This is where Jacob and Bella, first kissed or whatever the hell it is,
Right.
So it's a lot of that shit. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
Anyway, back to Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot.
All right.
After nearly dying in a car accident, the last thing Oregon slacker, John Callahan, Oregon slacker, so many of us, intends to do is give up alcohol.
Hell yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that? Encouraged by his girlfriend and a charismatic sponsor, Callahan reluctantly enters a treatment program and discovers that he has a knack for drawing.
Which one is Callahan? Which actor did they say?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
And Jonah Hill is like his sponsor, or maybe Jack Black's the sponsor, but Jonah Hill's kind of like leading him through his treatment and
stuff. The counselor, okay.
The budding artist soon finds himself with a new lease on life when his edgy and irreverent newspaper cartoons gain a national and devoted following. So this looks very Van Sant-y.
Seems very
You could
boring.
say that, but you could have looked at Good Will Hunting and said, that looks fucking boring, but it wasn't. Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because there's not explosions, because
up.
The Rock is not jumping from a fucking skyscraper to another building. It's boring. Or is it because teen vampires aren't running around like with Kristen Stewart and that fucking constipated look on her face? Like,
It's boring because dude is not sure he wants to get sober. He starts drawing, and those drawings are popular.
yes, but do you think it's really about the drawings, or do you think it's more about all the relationships of these people and what he goes through?
I'm pretty sure it's about the drawings. It's just
right.
yeah, or the pen he uses. It's about the goddamn chainsaw. That's what it's about right now.
No shit. God damn it. Tell them to shut up. They could have titled this, instead of Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, it should have been titled like Hung with Magnets on the Fridge. Something like that.
Oh, that's pretty solid. I like that actually. That's pretty good. That was good.
Anyway.
You should write that down. That was actually
I should write that down.
That's
to
good.
give to whom?
You never know.
Hey guys, just maybe for the sequel.
Hey, what if you cut another movie?
It'll be the documentary version of Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far.
That's right.
All right. That's all we got this week, Neil.
Okay, Matt.
Short episode.
Okay, Matt.
Okay, Matt. So my apologies to Kristen Meyer. She gets mad every time we do short episodes, but that's just the way it's going to be. Thank you very much for listening to our show. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. You can no longer find us on the live stream, but someday we will do some live streams. I apologize again about that.
You're so hung up on that goddamn live stream.
I feel bad. Who
says it's not live right now?
Oh shit! You're not doing that to me, are you?
Huh?
I didn't
Who says?
look. I didn't look
that's
to
right.
see.
Maybe it was just a fun live show.
You know how I know it's not? Because you would have stopped 47 times to go.
How do you know Annalise is
here.
right there? Johnson. Oh, hi, Lady Borgia. My phone is blowing up asking where we're at, though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Find us on your podcast tool of choice, including
Play a Pod.
Play a Pod, which, by the way, they said it is Play a Pod. It's not Play a Pod. It's Play a Pod.
But when he sent it to me, it was Play-a-Pod.
The guy said it's Play a Pod. Fucking
Whatever,
get out there, player. You got played. I love that one. Tweet at us at ReasonsR and at AngelsFreak7. You can email us at reasonsrseveral@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. Thank you.
Peace out.
Later.